Coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
I can't believe it, guys. I was drafted by the Chicago Bulls last night. I forgot to stream last night, guys. I'm sorry about that. But, yeah, got drafted to the Chicago Bulls. I was happy as heck. I like the Bulls. They're a good team. Derrick Rose especially. He's a good player.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Nets will look to their home court advantage, just one game here in Brooklyn. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams.
Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against Cleveland.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when the team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
And Thomas Robinson has been on a lot of teams here in his short time in the league. Not easy to find a spot when you're always getting moved.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Henry Sims is checked in for Lopez. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup. Solid margin of victory for them and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, actually excellent talent to make it special. And that combination is a winning one.
Sloan passes to Robinson. Good. Robinson's got his first points of the night.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Pass to Portis. Here's more. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you talk about the Bulls being able to beat anybody in the league. They did. They did that last season. One of only 3 teams to register 1 win against every other team in the league back in 2015.
He hits the second from the line.
And, you know, getting back to that point about the Bulls beating every team in the league, only the Spurs and Warriors were the other teams to do that. Goes to show just how tough last year's Bulls squad was.
There's a screen by Robinson. And Sloan kicks to Robinson. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Well, we've got a moment to look back at last year's Bulls. 3rd in rebounding, 3rd in free throw percentage. And they also showed up in the top 5 in opponent field goal percentage. A very improved defensive team.
Yeah, and going back to their rebounding, very few teams could outmuscle them inside. The size and toughness to scrap for every carom off the backboard.
Shot clock at 2. Sims.
And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
And that's always your first priority defensively, Greg, and I think they're doing a nice job.
Portis, the pass to Freak. Ripped away. 1:02 left in the first quarter. Here's Sims. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
There's a good screen. Moore outside.
Move the ball. Stick it to punch.
Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
And there's the pass to Kilpatrick. Off target from outside. The Bulls leading by 4. Here's Mirotic. Here's Portis. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
The 3. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Bulls lead by 6. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now his newfound excitement playing with the Chicago Bulls.
I mean, I think it's been noticeable just because this has been my decision too. And I want to make it great, actually. Not good, but great.
I think you'd have to say that Gasol's decision to go to Chicago, Clark. Freak with it, so the Bulls 5 right now. Freak in at point guard. Mirotic out there with Portis. Then there's Etuan Moore. And it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Freak. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Nets trail by 6. Nets were the hottest team and story a few years back, certainly. But last season, they were put up for sale. Surprisingly to some, Clark, midway through the year.
Yeah, that was odd timing given the new arena and rebranding. I mean, you would think after all that effort to rebuild the team, you would see it through. Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
For Chicago, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for them. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team. Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
He dishes it to Mirotic. 1:41 left to play here in the second quarter. And it's Moore penetrating from down low. And it's good off the back rim and in. Moore's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bulls. The Nets have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Passes it to Sloan. To the paint. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Sims. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Sims has got his second bucket tonight.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Moore dishes to Noah. Another shot, and the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
On me.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
Sloan passes to Kilpatrick. And Bogdanovich gets to Sloan. And it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Really, they've backed off of working it inside. I mean, they haven't gotten it inside as much as they did earlier in the game, and I think they've got to get back to that.
Bulls always seem to be tough on the road, and last season no different. They would end with 23 road wins on the year.
And that number was good enough for the second most in the East. Unlike shooting, it's very hard for defenses to go cold, and that's why the Bulls have been so good on the road.
Yeah.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the second. Lets the three fly. They grab their own miss. Robinson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And you know, with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
And the first half comes to a close.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. I'll start with the work we've done on the offensive glass, which has been great. Those second chance and third chance buckets have been big for us. One thing I liked, our passing, getting a lot of assists. Unselfish passing can get us into a nice rhythm, and that's how we get ourselves on a run. Okay, one more thing. A smooth flow to the second half is just what we're looking for. Let's keep things moving, but not at some kind of breakneck pace. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
You got it, Coach.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
And what a game for Butler. He has 12 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Group substitution here for Brooklyn. Henry Sims has checked in for Lopez. Thomas Robinson comes in for Young. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. We've got Hollis Jefferson, Henry Sims out there with Robinson. And that bucket right there, folks, is the first official NBA basket from Freak.
Yeah, and he's playing it cool right now, but let me tell you, I'm sure that basket means the world to him. There's nothing like the first one.
My thought is he's probably just happy to have it out of the way. I mean, no more waiting and wondering when it'll come. Those first points are finally in the rearview mirror.
Mirotic dishes to Freak. Noah the screen. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. Moore's got his third basket of the night. Brooklyn trailing. 1:22 left in the third quarter of the game. There's a screen by Robinson. Sloan passes to Robinson. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Robinson's got 5 now.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. And here is Mirotic. 3 on the clock. And it's Sloan with the rebound.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Here's Mirotic. And that one comes up a bit short.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. The Nets working the ball around now. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Sims. Mirotic grabs the miss. There's the feed to Freak. Tries from 16. Shot misses. And the game still.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn.
And we're are set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the... And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride
okay,
in.
that
I mean, they battled with everything they
what
had.
the
They came
hell did I
through
just see?
when the pressure was at its highest.
Tell me you guys saw
That'll wrap
that.
it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan.
Oh my god. What a glitch.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome Taj Gibson.
He was a beast on the boards tonight, guys. There's nobody else. I think no one in the world that could match his effort on the glass tonight. Emotionally, his rebounding gave them a big lift.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin...
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad Mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, living the dream. Mad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell, and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom says, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. And then my dad died of a heart attack when I was a freshman at MIT. I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to.
Tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual.
To the finals tournament. With $250,000 and a trip to the NBA Finals on the line, stakes are high. See how countless hours of work
It's relentless. You have to bring your A game.
came down to one day and one game being the difference in getting through. Definitely have some fans here.